had a dream the other night. I was at work and everything was dark. The sun had stopped coming up. The earth was stuck on a night setting. Night had fallen all over the world. So we all became night owls. We all had to find ways to generate and hold the light. Have you ever experienced dream residue? Where you wake up and see a fading image of something from your dream? Well, I had an audible version of that. In this dream, Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata began playing, and when I woke up, I could still hear it, clear as a bell. I'm Native American. My tribe is Oglala Sioux. There are tribes who believe in dream spirits, supernatural beings who enter your dream lodge and grant you visions. They might visit you night after night, but they speak to you in a different language, a symbolic language. I've written a lot about dreams, and a woman came to see me several years ago to tell me about one she was having. She was very distressed. She had a wedding coming up and was struggling to acquire an expensive wedding dress. She was met with obstacle after obstacle. She insisted that night after night her dream spirit kept showing her a bad omen. In her dream, a spider kept appearing to her, a big black one. It would slowly drop down from the ceiling and scurry all over her perfect dream wedding dress. She would wake up in a panic, certain her wedding was doomed, convinced the dress she wanted was cursed. I told her about animal totems, animal spirit guides sent to assist us on our earthly plane, who imbue us with their power. You might see them repetitively in nature, or synchronistically, on TV, in chance conversations, in your dream time. If eagle or hawk keep appearing to you, they might be attempting to grant you the gift of sight. You might see a turtle, slow and steady, it reaches its destination with the protective shell it requires. If you know me, you most likely know James, my partner in crime. He is the other half of Future Ghost. As a Native American, I was exposed to the concept of a spirit world from a very early age. I've had countless experiences with the paranormal since then, always wishing I had another brave enough to accompany me on this search for that which is hidden. When I met James, I knew immediately that he was that person. Collectively, we're known as Future Ghost, and for over a decade have been exploring this other realm together. After we met, I was teaching James about animal totems. He already identified with the turtle, but required a different animal to help him through a particular patch of his life. I told him to ask Spirit for one, easy as that, then to pay attention to his dreams. That night, he dreamt of a big black jaguar, fierce and muscular. I asked him what it was doing. He said in his dream he heard a knock at his door. When he opened it, he found the jaguar standing on the front lawn, gleaming black in the moonlight. I asked him if it said anything to him. He didn't know. In a state of fear, he had slammed the door. When I shared this story with the woman who dreamt of the spider, it helped to shift her perception. I asked her what the spider was doing. She said it just kept crawling all over her dress. She, like James, assumed the animal totem was a menacing force. I asked her what spiders produced. Silk, she replied. I informed her that this spider was most likely spinning silk and creating her dress, visiting her night after night to inform her that it was there for her, that her dress would be taken care of, that all would be well. With this change in her perspective, she immediately became more positive, looking at the spider as a guardian. From then on, all of her obstacles dissipated from her path, and she was finally able to acquire the dress that she wanted. And on the day of her wedding, she pinned a little jeweled spider brooch to her dress. Think of how many messages may have been lost to you because you slammed the door to them in fear. How many times you allowed an irrational fear to contaminate an experience. We're such defensive creatures, and when we're forced with the unknown, we often allow fear and superstition to make life choices for us. And in my field of study, there are a lot of unknowns. There are many people who willingly place themselves in states of fear and paranoia. It's very easy to at this moment, while a pandemic rages across the globe. There's a lot of talk, a lot of conspiracy theories flying around. And because many of us have been ordered to stay at home, there's a lot of introspection occurring. Everything happens for a reason, and right now we are being forced to look at our own fears, our own defenses, our own paranoia. Right now, a shadow has fallen over everything we know. We exist in a perfect state of unknowing. We don't know what the world will look like tomorrow, next week, or next month. So this is a perfect time for all of us night owls and night birds to turn on a nightlight for ourselves and others, to tune out anything which will only leave us paranoid and fearful. We create our own reality. As Nikola Tesla once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy has to go somewhere. If it's not going into the positive, it's going to go into the negative. Be very conscious about where you're directing your thoughts. What feelings are truly yours and not from a global consciousness you're plugged into, one that has been contaminated. What is this virus? What is this thing that is being passed from person to person, which has jumped species, tiny and minuscule as it is, has had the power to completely alter our infrastructure and the way we live? So while many of us are inside, safe from this thing, and while our hands might be clean, we continue passing something from person to person, mind to mind, heart to heart. Many of us are like digital ghosts which haunt social media, writing with electronic signatures that either spell out hope or spin new stories of fear. There is yet music in the night, so keep a light on, and thank you for watching. My name is Christopher Allen Brewer. I've appeared on several supernatural programs, including Season 2 of Paranormal 911, premiering Saturday, April 18th on Travel Channel. You can follow me on Facebook through the Future Ghost page and my website at thespiritchasers.com. Thank you for watching.